Hello guys, so I wanted to come on here and do a really quick update. Since a lot of you follow me on Facebook and some of you don't, I figured I'd come on here and let you guys know that I am fine. I made it through the surgery, and my doggies, they've been worried about me. Like, as soon as I came home, they started like licking on me and stuff. Here, Tootsie, quit. So, the surgery went really good. I got there around 6:45, and then I probably was back there around probably around like 7:30 or so, 8 o'clock. And stop, Tootsie. And they got me prepped up, started an IV. They blew one vein, as you can, I don't know if you can see this right there, and then they had to put another one in right there, which wasn't a big deal at all, because you know they give you like a numbing shot and stuff like that. Don't freak me out, but I have to watch it, and because I'm weird like that. They done all that, and then anesthesiologist come in there and talk to me, and then there were like people, like the little rooms were so small. Normally, like whenever they do like pre-op, they'll let like somebody come back with you. This time they didn't. It's like the rooms were so small, so you're there by yourself. And Tootsie, stop. Hang on a minute. And so, hang on. Anyways, I had to get her out there. So, like I said, the surgery room was like, or not the surgery room, but the place where they have you before surgery's like so small, so they only let nobody back there. So I was like, well, okay, whatever. And then, so finally, they're like, after the anesthesiologist talked to me about like my heart condition and all this stuff, he's like, you've had a lot of surgeries. I'm like, yeah. So it was good they kept that up, you know, to par. Like that sort of got my ease down, because I was sort of worried about my heart going crazy and stuff. So they're like, well, I'm going to give you some happy juice. So they did that, and I was like feeling like weird. Like I was like real good and high. And so I'm like, okay. And so they wheeled me on back to the room. And this is all that I remember. I remember going back to this crazy looking room. I seen like 3 or 4 different like things that looked like garbage cans, but I guess it was just, I don't know what it was. And the room was real small and like old looking. I'm like, this looks weird up in here. And they're like, ma'am, can you move over? And so I had to move over to this other cot. And then after that, I was gone. So I think without them even telling me, or maybe the juice that they gave me like just completely knocked me out, because they said it was strong, and I was like leaving as soon as they done that. So probably after that, then they put me to sleep. I don't know. Either way, I didn't know it. So I didn't even really, as soon as I got back there, I was thinking that I was going to be awake looking at all this stuff and I'm going to be nervous. But no, as soon as I got back there, I was out. And so, I remember prior to that, you know, I was praying and stuff, and I knew God had me in his hands, but like that getting put to sleep to crap was what got me. But, you know, I had people praying and God was with me and all this good stuff. And so normally that procedure takes like 3 minutes, is what he told me. But I was back there for about an hour. So Johnny said that, they had to do like, I think the size was like this big, and it's like a U, and like that, like, I guess it was like that deep. And he said that he got all that, and then I think that he said that he scraped, after when he took that out, he scraped it to make sure that he got all the cells and stuff, the cancer cells. So when I woke up, I was looking around, and I'm like, did I have any trouble with my heart? And they didn't really say nothing at first. And I remember I had the worst headache ever. And so she's like, you're fine, you know, and she gave me this like medicine, like pain medicine for my head, and I was like real sick, nauseated. And so she gave me that, and then they have these things that you sniff now. It's for nausea. And I sniffed on that for a while, and she's like, eat this cracker. And I'm like, you know, I took a bite of cracker, and I'm like, no, my mouth was really dry. I'm like, I don't want that cracker. And so I drank my Sprite, and then I noticed that I was getting like a lot of like pressure on my chest. And the anesthesiologist came back in there, and you know, they was asking me questions, stuff. My heart rate jumped up. I think it was like 168, 178, I don't know. And so they gave me some heart medication, but what they done, instead of giving me like the whole, like a big dose, they stayed in there and watched me, and like 1 milligram like so many times. I was in there for like I think Johnny said like 2 hours for recovery, and normally it's like an hour, I guess, but I was in there an extra because they couldn't get my heart rate like level. And even when I left, like he had told her that he wanted it down to like 70, but my, you know, since I have SVT, it stayed to 100. So it stayed stable at 100, so, you know, he was okay to let me go. And so they worked on that for a while. Like, I was in there, I think he said 2 hours. But the lady, like, they were extremely so nice to me, and, like, so caring, and, like, really, really nice to me. Like, they really, like, made me feel like they were, like, really taking care of me, you know. And the lady that was, I had, like, 3 different nurses, and one of the nurses, she stood by me the whole time, like, during my heart crap. I wasn't getting scared, because I knew if I did get scared, it would trigger off my SVT, which I was going into SVT, like, I guess tachycardia or whatever, but it wasn't as bad. But if you get too overwhelmed and you trigger it off, you're in trouble. So I noticed, like, she gave me, like, I don't know how many, like, different syringes, different times. It was a lot. And so the last time she gave me, like, more of a dose, and she's like, she looked at the screen, and then she's like, you need to cough. So I'm like, you know, I've had to do this on the ambulance before, so I knew something was wrong with my chest. And so I started coughing. I'm like, am I okay? She's like, yeah. And so, that being said, after that, you know, I was like, I had some cramps, like crampings, like period cramps. And, but after that, I was fine, you know. There was this guy across from me going chaotic. Like, he was hollering and screaming and spitting on them, and, like, they closed the thing because they had it open to where I could see. And I'm like, that's ridiculous. And, like, I think they had to end up, like, tying him down or doing something with him. He was an older guy, bless his heart. But my throat sort of raw, not too bad. I feel pretty good. You just, you know, that nasty feeling after when you have surgery, like real tired and stuff. But the main thing about it is, guys, if you're having a Leep procedure, don't be so scared about it, because it's nothing. The only scared thing for me was, of course, getting put to sleep and then the results that comes back. But if you're worried about the pain and stuff, it's nothing. My stomach is sort of like swollen a little bit. You probably can't tell, but it's like bloated. You look like you're like 3 or 4 months pregnant. But Johnny would the first thing that I needed after when I got out of that place, I was wanting coffee. I'm so very independent and strong-willed. And I'm like, can we get some coffee, please? I told Johnny that, and he's like, well, yeah, you want to go over here to, this eating breakfast place. I can't remember because I'm still sort of loopy. What is the name of that place? Can't remember. It's a breakfast place. And he's like, if you can stand up. I'm like, well, Lord, yeah. So I was walking in there all loopy and stuff, but we ate, and I like drank like 2 cups of coffee. I was like really needing coffee. It's like coffee gets you going, guys. And so come back home, and I drank another cup, and we watched a movie, and like I went back to sleep. We slept for like maybe 3 hours. And oh, I did have a side effect from the anesthesiologist, or the anesthesia. Yeah. After when I came out, I was shaking from head to toe, like just like shaking all over, like crazy shaking. I experienced that when I gave birth to my kids through the crap they give you for numbing. Like I said, I'm still like loopy, but I wanted to come on here and let y'all know I was okay. I didn't want to leave y'all hanging. Epidural. I done that crap, so I knew it was like related to medicine or something. So she shot me up with some more medicine before I left. No, after that, after the surgery, she gave me that. And then before I left, she's like, how's your pain level? And I was like, well, I'm still hurting pretty bad. Because like I was getting real bad period cramps. And she's like, well, there's some more of your medicine left. Do you want it? I'm like, yes, please. Might as well. Don't want to waste that stuff. So she shot me up with that, and like I was literally on cloud nine, like I was going. Johnny's like, you better take it easy for a minute, and I did. But thank you guys for the prayers, and I appreciate y'all, like all the people that's prayed for me and has been concerned, because you know what? Prayer changes things. And God's been faithful to us, and God's been watching over me, and I know that when the results come back that it's going to be good. I've got 2 weeks, so I think God's learning me some patience and some the waiting process. Sometimes we've got to wait. Sometimes he wants us to wait and to overcome things, and the giant in front of me is nothing compared to be how big our God is, and I'm thankful for everything that he's done for me and my family, and I'm thankful for him just being here with me and giving me peace, the peace that I needed. I was nervous, but I wasn't really overwhelmed as much as I thought I would be. I didn't sleep hardly much last night, but I got it over with, and the pain's not too bad. I'm sort of crampy like, but it's like I'm not bleeding bad like I was assuming that I would. Most people do, knock on wood. It might be a different story tomorrow, but TMI, no, but those of you that follow me knows all the situation, that the surgery that I had done. But like, I'm not even bleeding a whole lot. Just like whenever I pee, there's blood, like red blood, but not a whole lot. So I'm not, I'm thankful for that. I was thinking that it would be like a whole lot, but it's not. So again, guys, I just wanted to update you guys to not leave y'all hanging. Thank y'all for the prayers. The prayers did work. Like, I could feel that it's like that gentle peace that blows by whenever you know that, something big's going to happen, but like God just brushes over you. And that happened to me today before surgery as I was sitting there praying, and it just came over me. And I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for people that pray, because prayers changes things, and I'm thankful for you guys. So thank y'all for the prayers, and we will keep y'all updated. This little girl right here, whenever I come home, she licked me because she was worried about her mommy, because she had surgery and then mommy had to have surgery, didn't she? Yeah, her did. She was worried, and now me and her both had surgery. But anyways, guys, I love you guys, and just keep on praying for positive results. Like I said, 2 more weeks when I go back, and then we'll know something, if they got it all. But like I said, he scraped. Johnny said that he took that out and then scraped more to make sure he got the cells. So, hey, we're praying and believing. God's faithful, and I just think that I'm learning some more patience through this process, and it's building my faith and stuff. So, and I can spread this around whoever's got to face this next. It's okay, guys. You'll live and you'll be okay. It's just your nerves that try to get the best of you, but it's not. I think for me, the only thing that worried me was, obviously getting put to sleep, and then the heart situation, which that God put this peace over me, and I didn't have too much anxiety, so it didn't get crazy. It was crazy, but it wasn't too crazy that like I had to get that shot that stopped my heart. So God was there with that, and more so about the surgery, what I was concerned with is getting it out in the results. Like, I'm going to get this out. What is it going to be? But, we can't worry about that. Whenever the time comes, whenever I get the results back, we'll deal with that. So, but I believe everything's okay, and they got it all. So thanks for the prayers, and I won't keep y'all anymore. Love you guys.